Skiddy dee dee flitty dee 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 dum 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 fucking dumb. This is dumb. The 7th installment to the Jurassic World franchise is here, and this one promises to bring things back to basics. A smaller cast, a tighter focus, no giant locusts, and a brand new director that previously worked on a Star Wars movie and Godzilla. So we're definitely in for a good film this time. Someone once thought. Well, it turns out we're not, because I just watched Jurassic World Afterbirth, and I have to tell you, it's awful. Before I lay out in a spoiler-free fashion what you're in for if you want to plop down your hard-earned cash to go to Jurassic World Stillbirth, if you first wouldn't mind subscribing to Adam Does Movies, I'm Adam, I do the movies, on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. That way you can catch all the new movie reviews by me, which come out almost on a daily basis at this point. It's quite wild, and it's free of charge. You know it's not free time. Also a ticket to go see a new Jurassic World movie, which we've done 7 of these now. Now, even though this still has the Jurassic World taint to the name, there's no more Owen. Okay, no more talk to the hand dinosaur situations. No, we're past that. No more Star-Lord. We have Widow. We have Scarlett Johansson. And I'm gonna be honest with you, she was 2 of the big reasons I wanted to go watch this film. All right, you put last generation's model of Sydney Sweeney in a film, I'm there day fun. And Scarlett Johansson looks to be having a good time. Her character sucks. She is absolutely atrocious in this film. I don't know what she's supposed to be. Oh, on paper, she's a mercenary, okay? She's a sharp, quick-witted, take-no-prisoner sort of gal who's been in a lot of shit in the past, doesn't ask questions. She's just in it for the money! Until she's not. And then she is again, and then she just kind of flip-flops back and forth whenever the scene dictates her to. And she is the most stock, boring mercenary ever. Walks into a room all cocksure all the time. I mean, I guess in her case it would be all vag-sure. Her character's name is Zora. She's always ScarJo to me. And then she has her best friend Duncan, played by Mahershala Ali. He's got the boat. He's the boat guy. And then there's Jonathan Bailey as Dr. Loomis. Is every doctor in every movie a Loomis? I feel like I've heard that like 5 times before. Anyway, he runs a museum. He's really got a hard-on for dinosaurs, and he's just an all-around good guy. And that's gonna be known as this generic movie moves from scene to scene, and he's constantly in the ear of ScarJo going, I don't know if this is the moral thing to do. Shut the fuck up, Loomis! Since this is part of the Jurassic World universe, obviously there's a dumb family. You have to include a stupid family. They're out on a boat trip. When there's dinosaurs in the ocean, they thought it was a good idea to do this pilgrimage. And yeah, of course, shit goes south real fast. They find themselves between a Spinosaurus and a hard place. And next thing you know, they've teamed up with ScarJo and the crew. Now, I'm not really gonna go into details of the plot. That's what the spoiler video is gonna be, which I'll put out in a couple days, probably. But as an overall plot synop, short for synopsis, I will just say it's the plot from Deep Blue Sea mixed a little bit with the plot of Jurassic Park 3. And the only reason this is even called Jurassic World and not Jurassic Universe or something else is because it's popular and it sells a lot of tickets, but it has virtually nothing to do with any of the other movies that came before. All the Owen stuff is in the rearview mirror. I knew I was in trouble watching this when the first couple shots of the film are title cards explaining away the events of the last films. Oh, the dinosaurs that are roaming around Earth, they're mostly dead. They're gone. And the ones that are alive, they took a siesta into a warmer climate island because that's the only place they can survive. They stayed there. It's the equivalent of the Simpsons episode when they kill off Poochie. He goes back to his home planet and dies on the way. That's what they've done here. They have kind of reset the table again, but they want to have their cock and eat it too, as the expression goes, of course. And so, even though the dinosaurs are mostly dead, we also have to have new, bigger, scarier dinosaurs. Otherwise, why would people go? It's not like I would be satisfied seeing a scary-ass film where there's some creepy raptors killing people and it's got this grounded, gritty look. Oh wait, I would go to that every fucking time. But no, we have to go bigger and dumber. So now there is another island that was also doing secret experimentation, splicing creatures together. There's deformed dinosaurs. I mean, basically it's alien resurrection as well. You might as well throw that into the pot. And so now we have a bunch of hybrid dinosaurs. Brontosaurus with super long reared tails flipping around that don't add anything at all to the story or even look very menacing or interesting, but they're different. We had a T-Rex, we had a V-Rex, and now we naturally have a D-Rex. What? Okay. Don't worry, friends. We have a lot of the alphabet left, so we can make like 20 more of these Jurassic World films. Skid-a-da-da-dum, skun-dun-dun-dum-dum. Speaking of dinosaurs, eventually there will be dinosaurs in this dinosaur review, but I first have to just put a final point on the story and these characters because it really does set the tone for everything. Now, Gareth Edwards, he knows how to frame up a shot. He makes beautiful movies. There's no question about that. The problem he's always had is with the emotions, is with the characters in his beautiful films. They're almost always stale, lame as hell, and there's just not a connection you can get on a deeper level outside of, oh, this is pretty looking. The problem is he's trying really hard to make a connection, but fails miserably at it. So we have a good 35-40 minutes of very little dinosaur stuff going on, but instead are focusing on ScarJo and some of these other characters, trying to give them personality, trying to give them these backgrounds that are just terrible. They don't work at all, and there is some bizarre tone happening with this movie. It's hard to put my penis on it, but I'm such a wordsmith that I'll try to do it for you. Essentially, we have different directors that know how to do different things well. Spielberg, for me, is just all around a genius. He knows how to light up a scene. He knows how to get the people to work together. He knows how to communicate, not just through words, but also with music and how the camera's floating around and how it brings you in and slows things down, but it never feels slow. You are fully invested in the scene. Gareth Edwards has no idea how to do any of that. So when ScarJo's sitting around talking with her buddy about their mercenary backgrounds and how one guy lost a son and she lost a friend, and we go into all of this for excruciating amounts of time, I'm sitting here going, this is the most corporate bullshit ever. This feels like such a conveyor belt movie, so stock and lame. The Jurassic World franchise turned into exactly what Ian Malcolm has been saying they would do with dinosaurs. These movies all stand on the shoulders of greatness that was Jurassic Park. And they took that and they ran with it as fast as they could, and before you knew it, they had patented it, they had packaged it, and they slapped it on a lunchbox. And now they're selling it to us again. And this is why we have a little girl that befriends a dumb little baby dinosaur that she puts in her backpack, not because it moves the story, it doesn't, has nothing to do with anything. It's just so they can make it merchandise and sell it to kids. Hey, remember the movie with the little baby dinosaur? Yeah, there it is. In fact, the family and the stupid boyfriend are absolutely useless to the narrative of this film altogether. You could remove them and nothing changes at all. All right, so for a lot of regular moviegoers, they don't care about story, they don't care about characters, they're only in it to see cool dinosaurs. Will they get that? Yes, I suppose. Listen, I don't know how to reach those people, because if you only go to a couple films a year and you just want to turn your brain off and have a good time and you still enjoy all the new Fast and the Furious films, that's essentially what these Jurassic World movies are. They are just loud, incredibly stupid Fast and the Furious dinosaur movies. So if you liked Jurassic World Dominion, I can't imagine you thinking Jurassic World Afterbirth is going to be any worse. In fact, it's better than Dominion, but that's the lowest of low bars possible. There are essentially 4 big dinosaur sequences in this movie, with other dinosaurs randomly sprinkled in for fun. There's a lot on display, even though the first 30 or so minutes is just absolutely useless. Getting to these sections is an endurance test, because that means spending more time with the people they put in this film. As for the dinosaur scenes themselves, well, you have everything you saw in the trailer extended out. Visually, the dinosaurs look good, although this movie has a major issue with weight. None of the dinosaurs feel like they weigh anything. They smash into stuff, people go flying, of course, but you just don't have that impact you get when a real practical effect takes place. There's a T-Rex scene later on where he's chasing the family down the river. This is the best scene in the film and one of the dumbest, because the premise getting them to this moment is so asinine, you can't help but just be pissed watching it play out because of how stupid they are. And there's inevitably a comment that says, Adam, if people didn't make dumb decisions, you wouldn't get to these scenes. False. Shit happens in life no matter how smart you play something. A tornado can form from bad weather conditions and devastate your house. You didn't make a bad choice. That's not on you. But in movies like this, a tornado can't just hit the house. It has to be so much dumber. So in the tornado scenario I played out, here's how it would work in a film like Jurassic World. A kid would have access to a weather device and they would activate the tornado whilst they're still in the house. That's how fucking dumb this stuff gets. I truly can't wait to talk about this more in a spoiler video, but for now, there's no fear. They attempt it by half-ass recreating some of the great moments from the first Jurassic Park. You know, the kitchen scene with the raptors. Well, we have these new turkey raptors that are just terribly designed. They're not threatening looking. They're just dumb. Well, they're creeping around a little mini mart. You know, you get the talon shot squeezing down on a bottle of Gatorade or something. And I'm just sitting there going, where are the fucking raptors? I hate this! And speaking of, if you are a Raptor fan, prepare to be disappointed. The big bad of the movie, the D-Rex, barely in the movie, and when he shows up, it's just a big wet nothing. And I think that's maybe the perfect summary of Jurassic World should have aborted. It's a big wet nothing. This movie's a disappointment from front to back, outside of a couple okay-ish looking scenes that don't mean much because I don't like anything happening. It's just not worth your time. I have a family of 4. If I were to take my wife and 2 kids, this would be an $80 excursion because each ticket is $20, $20, $40, $60. Each one of them gets just even a slushie and a popcorn. We're over $100. I do the $25 a month AMC Stubs thing, so I'm good to go. Doesn't cost me much. It's a great deal. If you can go, get the pass and you see a bunch of movies, fine. But I do like to go to movies with my family. The problem is now so many of them are awful. And they're just cash grabs. And you have that iconic, amazing original. It is my favorite movie of all time. Not because I think it's perfect, but it hit me at an impressionable age. And it was just everything I love about films. It brought you into the world. It captivated, it wowed, it scared, it made me laugh. It was just everything. And so now we're 7 movies deep. I can't help but being cynical. I can't help but look at something like this and just roll my eyes. And the saddest part about all of this is I actually thought it looked kind of fun. I thought it looked good from the trailers. But it was missing that energy. The music getting thrown in, that iconic score getting thrown in just willy-nilly, just pissed me off. And I am absolutely not gonna waste a dime more taking my family out to this one so they can be bummed out too. It'll inevitably hit streaming in a month, so we'll just watch it there together and be sad. Well, they can, I'm not rewatching this crap. This is the biggest service I can provide strangers out there. If you wanna save your money, I will help you do that by pointing you to movies I think would be up your alley. It's not this one unless, as I've stated, you are cool with all the Jurassic World movies, including the last 2. Bon appetit. You'll enjoy yourself. It's just as dumb as those. It provides no emotional context to anything. Stuff just happens. We move to the next stuff. Wash, rinse, repeat. And that's all I have for you. Hopefully you subscribe to Adam Does Movies on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I post movie reviews, movie commentary. Occasionally I dip into TV shows. And I do a weekly live stream on Tuesday nights. Would love to have you for that as well. Hopefully you catch me on one of these platforms or more. And I'll see you next time. Dum 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 dum.